Hi guys, how you doing? It's a lovely day today actually, if you look around. So I just want to bring you some interesting stuff today. I've been watching some stuff, right? So I was watching that video, so there was this video of Max Egan and Ricardo Bosi, and they were getting on alright actually. You know, Max Egan was sitting there and he was like, you know, replying to, they're being polite and cordial.
Is a lie. Everything they tell you is a lie. Not just part of it, everything is a lie.
Right. So you can't leap too far forward too quickly. You need the maxes out there. They're what you call, they're way out front doing the recon, the deep recon to let us know what's going, and then the rest of us have to move up in good order without losing it now.
And then today or yesterday Max released a video. He just went ballistic, you know. The love affair between Ricardo and Max is firmly over.
You know, what's been going on in my country? I saw a post by Ricardo Bosi last night as well. Ricardo Bosi had on the directives of the Australia One Party, and one of those directives was to ban Islam. Ban Islam. When I commented on it and called him out, he changed it to define political Islam as a banned ideology. Political Islam. Okay, well, how about political Judaism as well? Zionism, you want to ban that? And even when you look at Islamic extremism, where does it come from? Most of it comes from Wahhabism, which comes out of Saudi Arabia. And who runs Saudi Arabia? Well, they killed the real king, King Faisal, in 1976 or 73, one of the two. And they replaced him with the Saudi family, who are a Jewish family who created an extremist version of Islam so the world would hate Islam. Personally, I think all religions demented. I don't do any of them. I mean, Ricardo, if you seriously think that Arabs with box cutters brought down the Twin Towers, you're a fucking idiot. Australia, that's what's happening in Australia now, in Victoria, and people are okay with this. Well, they're not okay with it, but they're not fucking doing anything about it. Yeah. So I don't trust any of them anymore. I don't trust you either, Ricardo. I don't trust your stance on Islam. I don't trust the fact that you spoke at the B'nai B'rith. What are you doing speaking at the fucking B'nai B'rith? You know, our country's turning to shit because everyone's letting it. Everyone's complying, because this only goes away when you stop complying. It only goes away when you withdraw service. So if you do not shut the country down, the only option you're going to have left in Australia is civil war. It's time for the people to rise up. Grassroots fires all over the place, folks. And take these fuckers out. They're killing the human race. And we're just being nice about it and thinking we can use legal means. There is no law. There is no law. There will never...
Max was saying some quite interesting things actually, things that I hadn't thought about. The problem is that, yeah, it's like Donald Trumpy, isn't it? It's like Trump, you know. He comes in and you've got this like hero savior complex, and you get pulled in to the... to that feeling, don't you, of like, you know, there's a new person here and they're coming to save us and everything's going to change, and we've just got, and it's called Hopeium. That's what it is. It's Hopeium. Yeah. And you see Ricardo Bosi and he's like ex-SAS, Australian Defence Force, Lieutenant Colonel, and you go, right, yeah, he knows how to do it. He knows how to do it. But it was strange because, you know, when you have Manny Pacquiao was is a Filipino senator, but also a very good boxer, and the people were saying, look, you know, Manny Pacquiao wants to go into the political arena like a boxer, but you're with a load of wolves. They said, wolves. It's a completely different. It's a different thing. It's a different strategy. You know, it's not the same. And although Ricardo Bosi is a lieutenant colonel and he's been dealing with like idiots and corporations and business and stuff like that, there's a couple of things that I think he missed out on. Number one, he put a post up and it was sort of like a non-Islamic place. He wants to, and then he changed it. Max Egan was saying that he changed it, and he was saying, you know, Australia is a Judeo-Christian country and those are our values. Okay, right, where do I start on that one? You know, because that, you know, my lips start to get wet and I start to dribble a little bit, because the Christians, right? The Christians killed consciousness. They killed consciousness. Consciousness came through the mystery schools. It came from Egypt, it came from Alexandria, it came from the Greeks. There were schools or monasteries that had direct sort of connection to consciousness, or whatever it is that you want to call it. And a lot of that seemed to have come from mushrooms or hashish or other botanical plants. What happened was through ecstasy of dancing or singing or I forget what it's called, but it's not cornucopia, but anyway, plant medicine. You can manage to get some sort of direct lineage to the source. And so the Christians, when they came along, you had Irenaeus, Valentinus, Tertullian, you had the Council of Ephesus, the Robber Council, Vatican I. What they did is they slowly destroyed anything that competed with them, anything that had truth or anything that had knowledge. And the whole point of Christianity, the Christian religion, not Christians, the Christian religion, was to destroy any mystery school, any truth, any direct relationship with God. And that's why the witch trials came out. That's why they killed all the witches. That's why they went into towns and they went and killed every single woman. The demographics of countries changed because they had this dominator style misogynist fantasy that God wanted this to happen, and men had to rule by their penises and women had to be submissive. They took the metaphor of copulation and fornication to a literal point whereby an aggressor and a submissive person, and they never saw unity in a sexual relationship. They just saw something anti-unity. So my message to Ricardo Bosi is that, if you want to, if it goes further on down your page, it says that you want to be cultural. Well, Islam is cultural. Islam is cultural. I mean, if you want to really look at religions, first you had Judaism, then you had Christianity, which was 2.0, and then you had Islam, which was 3.0. So strictly speaking, if you're a Christian, then you should be a Muslim, or you should go towards Islam, because as God came here, he just got better and better. Judaism first, it all went wrong. It's like Adam, really, wasn't it? It sort of all went wrong with Adam, so you had to make Eve, you had to get Christianity, and then the Christians sort of went a little bit mad, and so you got Islam. So Islam or the Quran is the logical step. And if you want to know anything about the Quran was dictated by the angel Gabriel to Muhammad. Now you might want to say, well, Muhammad's a bad person because he had a wife that was 8 years old, and there's all sorts of funny stuff going on here. Okay, well, Muhammad is just a vehicle for the message. Okay, if you're going to judge the message on the messenger's clothes and his actions, you're not going to get very far, are you? Jesus was a poor person. Does that mean that we shouldn't listen to him because he didn't have education? Or should we listen to Jesus and not pay attention to what the messenger says? The problem is that people want to make the messenger God. They keep trying to turn everything into God. Buddha's got to become God. Krishna's got to become God. Muhammad's still not a god. He's still a prophet. Jesus got to become a god. So Ricardo Bosi, lost my respect a little bit, because I don't actually think he understands what the problem is. He says, Australians just have to be, ordinary Australians. Well, the problem is that people are ordinary. The problem with school is that they make people ordinary. The problem with everything is that they make everything boringly normal. Yeah, people say, why can't you be a normal person? Why the fuck would I want to be a normal person? Do you not understand, where we are at the moment? We're on Earth, yeah? You're not normal. You're a piece of God, which is having an experience. So when you're a carpenter or a lawyer or a judge or a poor person, you're not a judge or lawyer or a poor person. You're a piece of consciousness, a piece of God, which is manifesting here, which is having an experience. And God is manifesting his ideas through those jobs. But you are not a lawyer, you are not a judge, you are not those things. So why would you want to be a normal person? A normal person believes that they're a lawyer, believes that they're a soldier, no, you're not. You're a piece of consciousness. You're a piece of consciousness that has the ability to change events, to go into the future, to go back in time, to see things, to leave your body. You as a human have the capacity to travel at night, to leave your body. There are techniques to show you how to do that. Is that not something that you would enjoy doing? Would you not like to go to some other planets? Would you like not to go to some other places on Earth? You can do it if you want. But if you remain a normal person, like Ricardo Bosi wants people to remain, you'll never have the capacity to do that, and you'll never grow, and you'll never actually find out who you are. So saying to people, well, you're normal, and just get on with life, and just let everyone be happy. I don't think the purpose of life here is to be happy. I think it's actually to grow. I think it's actually to be fulfilled. Happiness and fulfillment are two different things. You might get happiness from being fulfilled, but fulfillment should be the premise. It shouldn't be happiness. If you want to be happy, go and take drugs, go and smoke, go and do something like that. But it always leads to something bad.